It is time.
Hey guys, welcome to Galaxy Jams Reacts. We're here with special guest Xander Moppin from Yam Yam. How you doing, Xander?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing good. We're also here with our good friend Gabe Dyson. Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
All right,
What's up,
so today we're going to be listening to Pretty Lights. Have you guys ever heard of Pretty Lights before?
Yeah, I have. I have definitely heard of them.
What about you, Gabe?
I've heard of them, not really familiar, but I've heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Derek Vincent Smith, also known as Pretty Lights, he's essentially took like that hip hop liquid bass funk, to another level. I remember back in the like in 2013 or something, he headlined Bonnaroo, and that was like this big breakout for him. Also, it was originally a project consisting of him and a gentleman named Michael Minert, who we actually had on our
Yeah.
show a couple
he's
weeks
amazing.
ago. Yeah, Michael Minert also went on to be a big band leader and have like 18-person bands that he took to amphitheaters and things like that. So this is their song "Around the Block," which features Talib Kweli, who's a rapper from
Oh,
New York. Oh, you've heard of him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sick.
How have you heard of him, EJ?
He did some stuff back with Charlie Hunter. Is this really great?
Yeah.
He plays like an 8-string guitar, kind of plays bass and guitar at the same time. And he had this album that had like Mos Def on it. Also had Talib Kweli on it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I got into it. Yeah.
That's how you got into it too.
Yeah.
It does say that he's did collaborations with producers like Kanye, Pharrell. So anyway, this is Pretty Lights from the 2013 album A Color Map of the Sun. This is Around the Block.
Right now is the best moment you ever known. Everything is perfect. Everything just fine. We're keeping everything moving while the sun is shine. Everything is perfect. Everything just fine. We're keeping everything moving while the sun is shine.
I like the video.
Yes.
Right now is the best moment you ever known. Right now is the best moment you ever known. Everything is perfect. Everything just fine. We're keeping everything moving while the sun is shining. Everything is perfect. Everything just fine. We're keeping everything moving while the sun is shining. My God is A, the product of New York City nights. But when you criticize and you caught up in all the pretty lights, getting high, my city is like requirement. It's my environment. I won't hop on it like a violin. Analog back in the house like the Santa Fe. Posted up like a fan on the block. Hand to God, word is bar. Right now is the best moment you ever know. You gotta make it your own. Let's take it home, yeah. You gotta make it your own. 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 Make it your own.
So Xander, what do you think about that?
I love his like choices of samples that I'm assuming are samples. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that piano he did play, but and like the vocal sample that he has throughout. Like I think the sample selections are awesome.
Yeah, I really am digging what I'm hearing. Gabe.
What did you think, Gabe?
Oh, I think we're missing your audio.
Sorry, I muted it.
Oh,
I
there
turned
you
my
go.
fan on.
Oh.
Yeah, it's straight vibes, man. Like the samples, the sample choice is amazing. Like the ways, because if he's not sampling those, and he's just, he might be one of those people that is having people sing these parts, and then he's just breaking everything apart and is
Mhm.
completely like. And if
Yeah,
that's the case, yeah, I respect it even more. Where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're taking something original and then you're doing, and then you're breaking it apart even further and just making something new. And I don't know, that's beautiful.
I really like how Talib's vocals were sound like blown out almost, and have like this really like distorted, like fuzzy lo-fi effect to it. And as I was listening to this, I was thinking about how similar it is to future funk music, which is classic Japanese lounge music sped up with added modern electronic elements, or what vaporwave music is, which is lounge music that's slowed down with added electronic elements. And what Pretty Lights and Michael Minert, the music that they created, was essentially taking old soul funk records and adding modern electronic elements to it. And
Yeah.
just making like that whole wave, because when Ableton and all these DAWs, and it made it so much easier for people to take little bits and pieces of different songs and morph them to their own devices. And this is just another way of like that process expressing itself through the creation of this genre.
Yeah, listening to things like these just make me want to get a bunch of equipment and sit in a room and just teach myself more production work.
Yeah, to be able
Yeah.
to take so many puzzle pieces and put them together to make something that's coherent and inspiring is really tough. Ooh, we're getting crunchy as hell.
Almost sound like
Yeah,
some
yam
Yam
yam. That's what. Like yam 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 yam.
You guys should do that. Just to take that part of the song, just do that.
Best moment you ever known. Everything is perfect. Everything just fine. We're keeping everything moving while the sun is shining. Everything is perfect. Everything just fine. We're keeping everything moving while the sun is shining.
That was
Quite
like
dirty.
the most like, if anyone could make like a video about the perfect production session, just seeing where he got inspired and what's on his computer and things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Xander, how did you guys come up with the name Yam Yam?
Yo, so like I said, we would jam like in my basement and stuff, and like we were trying to figure out for so long, like, and what should we go by? What should we go by? And Mike, the one time was like, "Yo, dudes, like, let's go have a yam." Like we all kind of like looked up and we were like, "A yam." And then somebody was like, "Yeah, yam." I think Mike was like, "Then yeah, yam yam," and we were like, "Whoa, yam yam!" Like that's sick. Like, maybe we should roll with that. And it just kind of stuck ever since. But
That's beautiful. I love
it's
I love
actually
Joe. I love like moments, like little lightning strike moments that make things like that.
yeah, and it's even kind of crazier. Like I think it was like a year ago. About we were like out on the road. Like I said, our guitar player and drummer, they're brothers, and their mom like texted them this article. And I live in Harrisburg, and the article was about there's this club that was on 3rd Street, which is like about like 6 blocks away from me, like in the 20s. It was like this all women's club, and it was called the Yam Yam Club.
Oh, sweet.
And I have like a conspiracy in my head, like that, like maybe some spirit of a woman like a lady used to live in this house, and her spirit got into Mike to like say that word. Cause I'm like, why else would Mike say yam? And then like I was like, how do we come up with that? Maybe Mike got possessed.
Yeah, there's a lot of, and I think that when you're
Intrigue.
coming up with band names, it's so tough, but really it's the band that makes the name, not the other way around. And let's see, Zach J91 says, watch the documentary called Regeneration. Pretty Lights pairs with country music. Skrillex pairs with the Doors. It shows how Derek makes a lot of his music very cool stuff.
Have to do that.
That's sick.
I think I remember when that came out, and it just goes to show just the art of sampling is so great. Gabe, the band that I know you from is called Audio Strobe Light, which is a great band name, but you're also now in a project called Fortune Hearts, right?
Yes.
So how did that name come about?
Basically, how our band kind of formed. I moved to Austin back in fall of 2019 and didn't really know anybody out here. Coming off the Strobe Light, it's like I have to keep playing music. I just don't know how to
Did you go on Craigslist?
do anything else. No. And there's a thing here called Punk Rock Lottery that's kind of like a tradition where you go, there's this really awesome venue here called Mohawk. You put your name in a hat as like what instrument you play. So I
Oh
put
my
myself in
God,
as vocal
that's
and as guitars.
Fucking amazing.
And then they drew a band out of a hat. And then you have 4 weeks to write and perform 4 songs and a cover in a battle of the band.
That's really cool.
And first guy I met there was this really awesome dude named Travis. We like hit it off, just chit chatting. And then out of all the people that were there, me and him got drawn to the same band. We did the battle. We came in dead last, but me and him were like having a lot of fun writing together. And out of nowhere, one of the judges, this guy Tim, came up to us after our set and was like, "Hey, I really like what you guys are doing. It's pretty obvious you two guys know what's up." And he's like, "Do you guys want to start doing something?" And then he brought in his friend Greg, who was also playing in the battle. And we started a band right before the pandemic. We started practicing, together, jamming together in February 2020, and then the pandemic happened. So that kind of sucked. But yeah, Fortune Hearts is like, it was completely random. It's all luck. And yeah, we're doing it. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that name, Fortune Hearts. Audio Strobe Light, Fortune Hearts, pretty good band names.
Yeah, definitely.
Audio Strobe Light's name is far less interesting. It's just a CD skipping.
Yeah, but it can be, it's so much, there's so much, it evokes so much imagery and, just kind of sounds like what you guys were, which is like, an assault on the senses, like you guys are jumping up and down and, high energy, and it definitely matched.
Hi, this is Mike with Galaxy Jams Reacts. We hope that you enjoyed that React video. Be sure to check out the links below of when we're going to be live streaming our next show and also how to watch full episodes. Please hit that subscribe button. Every single one helps.